Daniel said people think security work is about watching for danger, break-ins, trespassers, something physical. But after a while you realize the cameras aren't just for watching. Sometimes, they show things you were never supposed to see. He worked the night shift in a small office building on the edge of an industrial area. 3 floors. A few offices. Mostly empty at night. His job was simple. Sit in the security room. Watch the monitors. Do a walkthrough every couple of hours. That was it. Most nights blended together. Same quiet. Same routine. Until the glitches started. It was camera 6. Hallway C. At first, it was nothing serious. The feed would cut out for a few seconds. Static. Then come back. Daniel logged it as a technical issue. But after a few nights, he noticed something. Every time the camera came back, something had changed. At first, it was small. A door slightly open. A chair pushed out. Things that could be explained. Maybe someone forgot. Maybe he missed it earlier. But the timing didn't feel right. It only happened during the glitch. Never before. Never after. Only in that gap. Daniel started paying closer attention. Watching camera 6 more than the others. Waiting. The glitch happened again. 3 seconds of static. Then, the feed returned. And this time, there was a person in the hallway. Standing still. Centered in the frame. Facing the camera. Daniel froze. No one was supposed to be in the building. No entry logs. No alarms. He checked the other cameras. Lobby empty. Stairs empty. Parking lot empty. Only hallway C showed anything. And that figure didn't move. Didn't shift. Just stood there. Watching. Daniel grabbed his flashlight. Decided to check it in person. As he walked through the building, he kept glancing back at the monitor. The figure was still there. Same position. Same posture. No movement. Daniel reached the hallway. Turned the corner. Empty. Completely empty. No one there. No sound. No sign anyone had been there. He walked the length of it. Checked every door. Locked. Undisturbed. He went back to the security room. Sat down. Looked at the screen again. The figure was back. Same spot. Same stillness. Daniel's chest tightened. Because now he understood something. It wasn't in the hallway. It was only in the footage. He rewound the recording. Watched it carefully. The glitch happened again. 3 seconds. Then, the figure appeared. No walking. No entry. Just there. Daniel leaned closer. Trying to make out details. The face was blurred. Not like motion blur. More like it couldn't fully exist on the screen. The edges shifted slightly. Unstable. But one thing was clear. It was looking directly at him. Not the camera. Him. Daniel sat back slowly. A cold feeling settling in his chest. Then, the figure moved. Just slightly. Its head tilted. Slow. Delayed. Like it had to decide how to move before doing it. Daniel froze. Because that hadn't happened before. He rewound again. Played it. Same movement. Same tilt. Like it was reacting to him watching. Then, the screen flickered. Briefly. And for a single frame. The figure was closer. Much closer. Right up against the camera. Its face filling the screen. Daniel jumped back. Heart racing. He rewound immediately. But the frame wasn't there. Gone. Like it had never existed. Daniel didn't leave the security room after that. He stayed there. Watching. The figure didn't move again. Just stood there. For hours. Until something else changed. The time. Daniel glanced at the clock. 3:17 a.m. He looked back at the screen. The timestamp on camera 6 was different. 3:17. Then 3:16. Then 3:18. Skipping. Out of order. Daniel frowned. Checked the other cameras. All normal. Only camera 6 was wrong. Then, the figure moved again. But not its body. Its position. It was closer. Not by steps. Just closer. Now standing a few feet from the camera. Daniel's breath slowed. Because he hadn't seen it move. There had been no transition. Just change. Then, it turned. Slowly. Facing down the hallway. Toward the direction of the security room. Daniel's stomach dropped. Because that meant something. It knew where he was. The lights in the security room flickered. Once. Twice. Daniel looked up. Then back at the screen. The figure was gone. The hallway empty. Completely normal. Daniel exhaled slowly. But the relief didn't last. Because something appeared in the reflection of the monitor. Behind him. A shape. Standing in the doorway of the security room. Daniel turned immediately. Nothing there. The door was closed. Locked. He looked back at the screen. The hallway was still empty. But the camera angle had changed. Slightly. As if something had touched it. Turned it. Now. It was no longer centered on the hallway. It was angled. Pointing. Directly at the door to the security room. Daniel didn't finish his shift. He left before sunrise. Didn't tell anyone why. But before he left, he checked the footage one last time. And in the final recording, there was no figure. No glitch. Just an empty hallway. But at the very end, right before the recording cut, the camera shifted again. Slightly. Like something was adjusting it. Trying to see better. Trying to see inside. Daniel never went back. But sometimes, late at night, when he passes by buildings with security cameras, he feels it again. Like something is watching. Not through the lens, but from inside it. Waiting for him to look back. Shared by a user named Lisa M. on a parenting forum in 2021. Lisa said the worst part wasn't what she saw. It was what she heard after. She had always been careful. First-time mother. Read every guide. Bought the best equipment she could afford. The baby monitor she used wasn't cheap. It had night vision, motion alerts, audio recording, even cloud backups. It made her feel safe. Like she could always check. Always know. That night started like any other. Her baby had gone to sleep around 8:30 p.m. Lisa stayed up a little longer. Watched TV. Checked her phone. By midnight, the house was completely quiet. The kind of quiet that feels normal. Comforting. She went to bed. At some point during the night, she woke up. No loud noise. No crying. Just awake. Suddenly, her eyes opened, and for a moment she didn't move. Something felt wrong. Not obvious. Just a feeling. Like something had changed. Lisa turned slightly. Looked at the baby monitor on her nightstand. The screen showed the nursery. Soft green glow from the night vision. Her baby was there. Sleeping peacefully. Still. Lisa exhaled. She almost lay back down. Then she noticed it. A notification blinking on the screen. Motion detected, 2:32 a.m. Lisa frowned. That didn't make sense. Her baby hadn't moved. She reached for the monitor. Opened the recording. The video began normally. The room was quiet. The crib in the center. Nothing unusual. Then, movement. In the far corner. Lisa leaned closer. At first, it looked like a shift in the shadows. Something subtle. Something easy to ignore. But it kept moving. Slowly. Along the wall. Too smooth. Too controlled. Lisa's chest tightened. Because there was nothing in that corner. No object. No light source that could cast that kind of shadow. But it was there. Moving. Then, It stopped. Right beside the crib. Lisa held her breath. Her baby didn't react. Still asleep. Then the shape changed. The shadow stretched upward, forming something. A figure. Tall. Too tall. Its proportions were wrong. Arms too long. Body too thin. Like it had been pulled into shape. Lisa felt panic rising in her chest. Then, the audio changed. A sound. Soft. Close. Breathing. Right next to the microphone. Lisa's hands started shaking. Because she knew. The monitor was placed on a shelf. A few feet from the crib. Whatever was making that sound was standing in the room. Right next to her baby. Then, the figure moved. Leaning forward. Slowly. Bending over the crib. Lisa's heart was pounding now. She reached for her phone. But stopped. Because something else happened. The baby moved. Just slightly. A small shift. And the figure reacted instantly. Pulling back. Too fast. Too sudden. Like it wasn't expecting movement. Then, it turned. Slowly. Toward the camera. Lisa's breath caught in her throat. Because now, it wasn't a shadow anymore. It had shape. Form. Something solid. Standing there. Watching. Then, the screen glitched. Static for less than a second. When it came back, the room was empty. Completely. No figure. No shadow. Nothing. Lisa didn't think. She ran. Out of her room. Down the hallway. Her heart racing. She opened the nursery door. Turned on the light. Nothing. The room looked normal. Her baby was fine. Still asleep. Unharmed. Lisa stood there. Breathing hard. Trying to make sense of it. The air felt different. Disturbed. Like someone had just left. She checked the corners. The closet. Under the crib. Nothing. But the feeling didn't go away. Because something told her. She hadn't been alone in that house. She went back to her room slowly. Sat on the bed. Staring at the monitor. Everything looked normal again. But she didn't trust it anymore. The next morning, she checked the recording again. The video had changed. No shadow. No figure. No movement. Just an empty room. Lisa's stomach dropped. Because she knew what she saw. She knew it had been there. Then she checked the audio. And that's when it got worse. The breathing was still there. Clear. Loud. Right next to the microphone. Lisa felt her chest tighten. Because that meant something. The video could change. But the sound hadn't. She listened to the end. Hands shaking. The breathing stopped. For a moment, there was silence. Then, a whisper. So quiet she almost missed it. But once she heard it, she couldn't unhear it. Not awake yet. Lisa froze. Then, another sound. Very faint. A soft shift. Like something moving away. Then, one last whisper. Closer this time. Right into the microphone. So small. Lisa turned off the monitor immediately. Unplugged it. Removed it from the room that same day. Replaced it with nothing. She didn't want cameras anymore. Didn't want recordings. Didn't want proof. Because proof meant it was real. But sometimes, late at night, she still wakes up suddenly. No sound. No reason. Just that same feeling. Like something is in the room. Standing beside the crib. Watching. Waiting. And once. Just once. She thought she heard it again. Very faint. Right next to her ear. Breathing. Slow. Careful. Patient. Like it was still there. Even without the camera. Still watching. Even without being seen.